The winter season wraps up this week, and so does our AD podcast, talking all things Mariemont Warriors with AD Tom Nerl. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing well, Rob. Well, what a weekend. Some great weather. I guess depending what side of the fence you're on, a great football game last night. Looks like the Niners had done to them what they did to the Bengals. And
Yes.
then some really good games over the weekend. So yeah, we're ready to head into the tournament. One more week of the boys season, and then everybody's in tournament. So we're ready to go and looking forward to it.
Tom, how about how hard they were hitting last night in the Super Bowl? That
Oh,
49ers defense, oh my Lord. They were lighting people up, weren't they?
bring in the lumber. I mean, just when you coach high school football, it was almost like a JV game, the way people go flying around. Watch JV football sometime and bodies just fly. It's a
Yes.
little bit more controlled on varsity. But yeah, you're right.
Woo.
Just flying all over the place. Just the energy there. God, that was crazy. But yeah, what a game. Kept you involved until overtime and some great commercials.
Good
Um,
commercials, and you know what? The referees stayed out of it. They didn't have a phantom holding call. It's
yeah,
just nice that they were not involved in any decision there at the end. I think all the calls they did make were probably right, and
yeah,
it was kind of a sloppy first three quarters. But you know what? That fourth quarter, whew, that was
yeah.
fun.
Just a lot of excitement and one of my former players from my Purcell days, Terry Killens,
Yes, sir.
was the umpire on that game. Number 77, Terry Purcell Marion grad, also played at Penn State. But like I said, one of my former players, so proud to see him do that. First person to play in a Super Bowl with Tennessee and then turn around and work a Super Bowl. And he had a great game too. Great guy, if you know him. I'm really happy for
Awesome.
him and his family.
Let's talk Mariemont Warrior sports. We're wrapping up regular seasons
Mhm.
this week. I know the boys' draw was last night, and we'll talk about that here shortly. Let's see the boys basketball 1-1 last week. Tough overtime loss at Northwest, and then this
Yeah.
week host the Braves from Indian Hill to wrap up the regular season, and then tournament wise have a little bit of a break to get their legs back. Saturday, February 24th against Cincinnati Christian School at Princeton. Great gym to play in. Is Coach Caldwell pleased with that slot?
Yeah, he really is. I know, we thought going into it we had a shot at grabbing the number one seed, but Williamsburg and I think CHCA had outstanding seasons. Um, yeah, a good spot, a great season for us, and coming down the stretch here, a big win over New Richmond or a wide win against New Richmond.
Right.
A fun game on senior night with Reading the other night, so really a dominating win against them. And then a tough loss in the land at times stands still at Northwest the other night going into going into overtime and Northwest hit a three there at the end. And and so it's tough. It's a Division I school. It's where we're playing up against that. So good contest, good challenge for our kids playing back to back nights. But the rivalry game this Friday, Indian Hill comes to Mariemont. Should be fun. It's a 4-day weekend for a lot of our students, but I'm sure they'll load it up for Indian Hill. And then, as you said, we open up the tournament with Cincinnati Christian on the 24th at Princeton, who always does a great job hosting tournament games, and we're always appreciative of anyone who hosts. Hopefully, get a win there, and then we're probably looking at Purcell Marion on the 29th. So, hopefully, the boys, as you said, that 1 week break is kind of tough sometimes. So hopefully they can stay sharp over that break and then go on a little bit of run here. Would like to make it to our fourth district tournament in 4 years. We already broke our record going to the third one last year, so we'd like to go back. We'd like to go back again.
Yeah, great. Best of luck to them wrapping up the regular season. Will that be senior night on Friday, or have you guys already done senior
Yeah, we
night?
did senior night last Friday against Reading.
Okay,
I'm kind of funny that way. I don't like to have my senior nights in the last night if I can avoid it, especially this time of the year. You get a snowstorm, and then who knows when you make the game up. So,
sure.
yeah, against Reading, and it's just a fantastic crowd. Probably our second largest crowd of the year. Great student crowd, great energy in the gym. A really good send off for the seven seniors. So hopefully we can do it again this Friday against the Braves.
That has to make the seniors feel great, right? When you get a packed gym, packed student section on senior night, it's just got to be a very appreciative seniors against Reading.
Yeah, they really are, and they've they've supported other teams as well, and so the other teams come out and support them as well. Also, just kind of a crazy week around here, and the band. I mean, it's a perfect high school game, and that's what we like to have for all of our teams: band and music and a good student crowd for all of our games. And they've been pretty good on boys and girls this year coming out to support them. So, really good to see. And like I said, hopefully we can do it one more time.
Yeah, best of luck to them as they wind things down the regular season Friday, and then following weeks get ready for the tournament, one game at a time. I hope they have a great
Yes.
success there. Let's go over to the girls' side. They've wrapped their regular season up, ended up 12-10. They've really worked hard to get back above 500 and had they were scrappy, and then they start Saturday at up.
Yes.
They play East Clinton High School
Yes.
at 11 o'clock. What are your thoughts on that first round tournament game for the girls, Tom?
The East Clinton, coach has done his homework on them. They've struggled a little bit this year, but that's a tough conference that they're in out there. And so they're ready for them. And the draw really kind of fell our way.
Okay.
Some different seeds went to some different locations. They went to Fairfield or someplace else, and so it really opened up pretty well with us getting East Clinton. You still have to play them, but you get East Clinton, then the following Tuesday you get a game with Bishop Fenwick, who's struggling a little bit this year, but they're a GCL school, and they play a hard schedule and a very competitive schedule. So you just have to play them at this time of the year. But hopefully the girls can make a run. They're playing good basketball. The Indian Hill game, they just ran out of time, lost by 2. They had a shot to win it on the last shot of the game, but they came back from a 10-point deficit. They're a scrappy bunch, and they're a very young bunch. So we'll have a couple seniors again next year, but the majority of that team sophomores and freshmen. So really looking for great things out of them, and hopefully they can get go on a run and get to a sectional final here this year. Again, Wilmington's a fun place to play, a great gym, and they do a great job up there as well. So really looking forward to the girls going on a run here as well as we get into the sectionals.
Best of luck to them on Saturday at 11 o'clock. If you can go out and support them, get up to Wilmington High School and
Yeah.
support the Warriors. Let's go to the lanes. Talk bowling. Should be tournament time for bowlers, right? Coming
It
up.
is tournament time, yeah. Sectional tournaments this week. The boys are tomorrow, Tuesday, at Cherry Grove Lanes, and then the girls make the trip out there on Wednesday. With the boys, our seniors Ben Webster, Colin Mikesell, they're going to lead the way for us. They've had good seasons as well, and then Seth Mason is a sophomore, Mitchell Barr, Jack Weaver, Reed Wickemeyer, and Charlie McCarwin. They've done a great job, and these freshmen have bowled well. The seniors have given them great leadership, and so hopefully we can make a little bit of a dent here. It would be a struggle to go into districts, but one or two of these guys have a shot at moving on. They just have to get hot that day, and consistency has been a little bit of a problem this year. But you just need one day to have a good day and to move on. And then with the girls going out there on Wednesday, 2 of our hottest bowlers this year, Stacy Miller and Cam Eastep, hopefully they can have great days and lead the rest of the team out there as well. But that's 9 o'clock at Cherry Grove tomorrow, and it'll be loud and really a lot of high school
A lot of
teams out
people and
there.
a
They
lot of
do a great
cheering,
job.
and it's a
Yeah,
great atmosphere. If you have nothing going on, head out to Cherry Grove on Beachmont Avenue. It's a blast.
absolutely.
It's a blast. Yeah, I
Yeah.
promise you'll have a great time. So best of luck to them on that. Let's swimming and diving is into their tournament. I know that. So let's talk boys and girls swimming and diving for the Warriors.
Yeah, the sectional meet was this past weekend. The boys went out to Princeton, had a lot of great results there. Sophomore Quinn Heiss was a runner-up in the 50 and fourth in the 100 free. Junior Finn Warden was third in the 100 free, fifth in the breaststroke. Joe Pettifer was seventh in the 500, seventh in the 200. Louis Barber took fourth place in the back and fifth place in the 50 free. Becca Windler took sixth in the 100 breast. Maddox Moon was fourth in the 100 IM. All those guys are going on to the district meet next week at Miami. Our 200 free relay finished first, and in the 400 free took second. And so Michael Kearns, our lone senior on the team, he was on that first place 400 free relay. So a really good meet for those guys. Looking forward to what they're going to do at Miami next Friday. Following up with that on Saturday was the girls at Mason. Julia Bull, which is an outstanding distance swimmer that we have here.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, Julia was a runner-up in the 200, runner-up in the 500. Yeah, and there's not a whole lot of time between those two races. So to swim the 500, come back to the 200 is really quite an accomplishment. Lorelei Turan, she finished fifth in the 50 free and the 100 free. Ava Carler, a third in the 500. So we had back to back second and third place in the 500. And then she was third in the 200 IM. Then our 200 free relay was fourth. Our 200 medley relay was fourth. So all three of them are going to the district meet this week. They'll be in the afternoon at Miami. And that's an exciting meet as well. So and then after that it's state. So we're looking forward to a couple, 3, 4 of these maybe going on to Canton the next week, and that'll be an exciting time as well. Just if you've never been to the state meet in Canton, it's just a really exciting meet. Great energy up there. It's packed. Yeah, it used to be easy. I sit in the far end. I could see the finish line. I could watch the turn, and now just seems like it's a lot more crowded up there. So
They figured it out, Tom. Others have
there
figured
they
it out.
have. They're on to me. A lot of schools, Columbus Academy and some of the other ones bring great student crowds up there. I know for Division One, X and Upper Arlington bring big crowds, but just great energy. But yeah, I kind of like my spot up there in the rafters, nearer to God, to thee, and just enjoy the races. Take a book for the downtime, and but boy, you used to go up to Canton, and you used to think it was on an Arctic shelf, and
Yes.
you'd always go up there with the snow and the ice. I don't think they've had a good snow up there for the swim meet anyway in a while. So that was always kind of fun to have a big swim meet in the snow. Just seemed like that's the way it should be. Now it's kind of warm, and you go to the Hall of Fame and everything else up there. Stark County does such a great job
Yes, they do.
with the tournaments up there.
Hopefully,
So
one of these years we'll get to go see Willie Anderson's bust
yeah,
at the Hall of Fame. I think it
miss it
was
again.
2012 or 2013 in the fall. It snowed for the state football championships,
Yeah.
and I sat in the snow up there. So that's been
Mhm.
a long time. It snowed like crazy that Friday night, and I remember Loveland played. Loveland played in that snowstorm and got their state championship, but that was the last time probably that I remember it snowing that big up there.
Wow. Yeah, and they've done a lot of work. That's an amazing campus in the last 4 years that they've done up there. So yeah, Willie Anderson and Ken Anderson. Maybe one year we'll get both Andersons in at the same time, but I don't think the NFL is going to do Cincinnati right that way. So
For some reason they don't like us, but
yeah.
that's neither here nor there. Well, Tom, thanks
Yes.
for your time. I appreciate all the shows in the winter. Hopefully the fans were got something out of our 18, 20 minutes talking Mariemont Warriors. Keep smiling, and we'll touch base on the 18th of March for our spring shows, and all the best to your Mariemont Warrior teams.
Thanks, Rob. Great winter season. Appreciate all you do for us and keeping everyone update. Enjoy the little bit of time off, and like you said, I'll see you back in March.
Sounds great, Tom. Have a good week.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Rob.
everything. Bye.